this video I'm going to be showing you how to use TinCore to map your gamepad keys while you're streaming games from the PlayStation 4 to your tablet or Android device. So since now we have the ability to stream PlayStation 4 games to our Android device, and certain devices don't support the DualShock controller, you can pretty much use any controller you want. So I have the iPega here, I have the Shield controller. So for this demonstration I'm going to be using the Shield controller, and I already have TinCore loaded up. So let's begin over here. So first you want to download TinCore and click on it. So TinCore might look confusing at first, but it's actually a very simple tool. So when you open up TinCore, you're going to be greeted with this menu over here, and what you want to do is, if your controller is already Bluetooth paired or Wi-Fi direct connected, it will discover your controller as it is. But just in case it doesn't, you want to click over here and scroll down to discover devices and click that, and you will see a little thing over here, note saying discovered controller. So it'll discover your Shield controller or iPega controller or whatever you have. So let's just minimize TinCore before we go ahead. You click on exit down here, and the middle one is minimize, and it's minimized. I'm sorry if the video is not clear because I'm recording it in low light, and I can't do an inbuilt recording because something is wrong with the Shield. So let's go on to Remoteplay, and I have it loaded up here, and click next. So here we have Remoteplay loaded up, and let's just go to the menu. So you can see the on-screen keys are all there. You know, they're pretty functional. You have your analogs, and you also have your tap movement. So what do you want to do here? What you want to do here first is just scroll down from the upper bar and click on TinCore service, and the mapping screen is open. So the first thing you want to do is you want to move your stick. So let's move this stick, and you see when you move it, you get stick 1 over there. All you need to do is drag stick 1 anywhere over here, because the analogs just show up over there. And you have your right stick mapped. Now you're going to move your F1, and it's over there. You just drag it and keep it over there somewhere, because that's where the sticks are, and you just click the tick mark, and it'll ask you to save it as a profile, so you can name it to whatever you want. I'm just going to name it to 3, and accept. So now to test it out, so you can see it's working fine. You know, the controller is mapped, and you want to do the same thing with the other keys, which isn't too difficult, except for the fact that these things disappear and it's kind of hard to know where they are, but you can get a good approximation of where they are, and it's not that difficult. So let's just click back there, and the other keys we want to map are the L3 and R3 buttons. So you want to click here. Okay, so you got your R button, and your L3 button should show up too. So they're both there. Now this is a bit different when you're mapping on the PlayStation 4 Remoteplay, because PlayStation 4 Remoteplay for L3 R3, it uses double tap, which I'm going to show you in a bit. So let me just drag it here and drag this one right here. Okay, so once you've done that, you have to click on the key. So my R3 button, I'm going to click on it. No, this is the right stick. This is not it. Let me just click. So I'm going to click on it, and when I click on it, it gives me an option. Do you want this to be treated as a touch screen? Usually this is the action it should be, but in case of Remoteplay, you want to click on touchscreen autofire mode. This is very useful because R3 works as a tap. It works as a double tap in Remoteplay. So you want to use autofire. So basically it'll act as a double tap when you do the R3. And the same goes for L3. You click on L3, and you click on touch as autofire and accept. So that thing is mapped. You don't have to be very exact. An approximation is good enough. So you want to map your other keys, which is your A, B, X, Y. So you just click A, A, B, X, Y. So all my keys are there. So I'm just going to drag them to, and the Y key, supposed to be here. So just to check that they're in the right place or not, you can just move your stick around, and when the on-screen comes, you just drag it down, open the service. So you can see I'm a bit off, so all you need to do is just hold it and drag it down there, and drag this down there, and I think that should be enough. Let's just take another look. So it's not too much of a big deal. And you want to do the same thing with your R1, R2 buttons. So you just click the R1 button. Oops, let me just load up the TinCore service. Click the R1, R2, L2. Alright. And I have them. And let me just see where to put them. Alright, up there. This is like a game within itself, but it's okay. Not that bad. Somewhere around here. So let's get into a game of Wolfenstein here and see how it goes. And all the keys are working. And let's see if the L3, R3 movement works. There you go. You have your knife. And this is your run. That works great too. Not an issue over there. So you might be wondering, can you do this with any other mapper? I don't think so, because TinCore is the only mapper that supports autofire and some advanced features that most mappers don't. So I'm not too sure if it's possible to do this with other mappers. Like even the NVIDIA mapper doesn't support most of this stuff. So this is a basic guide, and I hope this helps you out in some way. If you have any questions and comments, please leave them in the comment box, and I'll try my best to answer them. And if you like the video, go ahead and like it. If you dislike it, go ahead and dislike it. But as always, thank you for watching.